Hello, I'm Camelia and this is KiniNews. Hamzah Zainudin has hit out at the charge against his son. He described the charge as a political character assassination targeted at him. Opposition leader Hamzah Zainudin has claimed that the prosecution of his son for bribery in the Kuala Lumpur Sessions Court yesterday was an alleged political character assassination that targeted him. In a media statement, the Bersatu Secretary General said the charge against his son was filed after failed efforts by the Pakatan Harapan-BN government to manipulate various government agencies and create a false narrative. He added that this includes pressing political charges against him and other Bersatu leaders. He claimed it is an outdated tactic that exposes the government in their desperate efforts to silence critics by targeting Perikatan Nasional leaders and their family members. Hamzah also expressed confidence that the truth will prevail. Yesterday, it was reported that Hamzah's son, Muhammad Faisal Hamzah, was charged in the Kuala Lumpur Sessions Court on a charge of accepting a bribe worth 100,000 ringgit. Faisal pleaded not guilty to receiving money from Izmir Abdul Hamid, allegedly as payment for Haitek Padu Berhad, to appoint Syarikat Rimba Merpati Sendirian Berhad and Syarikat Per My Solutions as marketing consultants. A Bersatu leader has slammed the Education Ministry over their handling of opposition to the dual language program circular. A Bersatu leader has claimed that the Education Ministry is weak and helpless in handling opposition to its latest circular on the dual language program. Its information chief Razali Idris said there is nothing wrong with the circular mandating at least one class must teach science and mathematics in Bahasa Malaysia if a school wishes to implement DLP. He was referring to the opposition to the directive by 11 Chinese secondary schools in Penang that claimed there is no demand to learn science and mathematics in Bahasa. The group urged the ministry to do away with the directive and maintain teaching the two subjects in English. They also claimed the directive ignored the will of the parents and went against the original intention of the program, which was to better equip students in science, technology, engineering, and math fields. In response, Razali said the act of the school's representative seems to go against the federal constitution, which clearly states the prestige of Bahasa in the country. He questioned if it is not touching on 3R or race, religion, and royalty issues. Meanwhile, UMNO Youth Chief Dr. Muhammad Akmal Saleh also voiced his backing for the Education Ministry's circular. He said in this issue he fully backed the ministry's policy and Bahasa is our national language, full stop. From today to 12th of June, you can subscribe or renew your Malaysia Kini package with a 25% off promotion. Click the link in the description below or scan the QR code on your screen to enjoy this exclusive offer. An NGO has urged authorities to probe alleged conversion of teens into Islam. They said there were concerns over such activities, which was a disregard of parents' rights to decide the religion of their children under age 18. Global Human Rights Federation has urged religious authorities and the Education Ministry to investigate alleged covert conversions of non-Muslim school students into Islam. In a statement, its president, S. Shashi Kumar, raised concerns over such activities, which he said was a disregard of parents' right to decide the religion of their children under age 18. This came after controversial religious preacher Firdaus Wong uploaded a video on TikTok where he had advised a man on how to handle requests from teenagers to embrace Islam. Shashi said in the past they have lodged many police reports against this preacher, but the police have not taken any actions. As such, he said GHRF urges the Education Ministry, Islamic Development Department and other Islamic bodies in Malaysia to take responsibility and thoroughly investigate such matters. According to Shashi, the video has since received criticism and some netizens have complained to his NGO about the matter. He said the advice or suggestion proposed by the preacher raises ethical concerns regarding the conversion of minors discreetly without parental consent. He added that it also raises concern on whether such advice or suggestion would be against the laws of Malaysia and also the federal constitution. Earlier this week, Firdaus uploaded a video on TikTok showing him engaging in a question and answer session at an event where a man believed to be also a religious preacher asked Firdaus what to do when underage non-Muslim teens want to embrace Islam. Firdaus said the teenagers should be welcomed to Islam, but their conversion must not be registered nor announced, and also shared some advice on how teenagers can practice Islam discreetly. MCA Youth has called on the MACC to probe the Asia mobility controversy. They submitted a memorandum to the MACC today. MCA Youth has submitted a memorandum to the MACC today over the Selangor's demand-responsive transit project. In the memorandum, they urged the graft buster to investigate the Asia Mobility Technology Sendirian Berhad, a company co-owned by Youth and Sports Minister Henayo's husband, which is involved in the project. MCA Youth Secretary General Saw Yi Feng submitted the memorandum along with two other youth leaders at the MACC headquarters in Putrajaya. Speaking to the press, Saw said the DRT project involves public interest and that the MACC should undertake the 5 actions they suggested, including disclosing all investigation processes and results. She noted that Malaysia had 25 e-hailing service companies licensed by the Land Public Transport Agency and questioned why they were not invited to participate in the project, as it is very similar to e-hailing. Saw also called on the MACC to clarify the standards, regulations and procedures for open tenders, as well as the legality of direct inwards. Besides this, she also urged the MACC to investigate why the Selangor government implemented the DRT project. Citing previous media reports, she emphasized that the implementation of the DRT project has been ineffective, take too long and incurred high cost. Initially, MACC Chief Commissioner Azam Baki dismissed a need to probe the Asia mobility issue as Yaw was not involved in the decision-making process. However, an investigation was subsequently launched after the MACC obtained new leads. A PKR Youth chapter has responded to Tuan Ibrahim's remarks published in an article in Haraka Daily. The report has now been deleted. Federal Territories PKR Youth has called out past Deputy President Tuan Ibrahim Tuan Man over his recent remark that an Islamic victory can correct policies which contributed to vices such as gambling. This was in reference to a report published by Haraka Daily yesterday titled "Sins Forgiven Because of the Victory of Islam," which has now been deleted. In a statement, the chapter's information chief Muhammad Azhar Salahuddin said the report was full of confusion and was superficial. He said Tuan Ibrahim had said that gambling premises existed because approval was given by powerful leaders who gained power through an election. He questioned if Tuan Ibrahim had forgotten that when PAS became the government for 33 months under Perikatan Nasional, PAS itself failed to eliminate gambling activities and gambling shops. Azhar also reminded PAS that during that time, the special gambling draw was increased from 8 to 22 times a year. Citing Tuan Ibrahim's statements regarding the past government in Kelantan successfully stopping policies that contradicted Islam, Azhar brought up the poverty rate in the state, which he said was worrying. He also advised past leaders to stop using the name of Islam as political capital to deceive the people and to prove the greatness of Islam through actions and not just through hallucinatory deception. Back to the DLP memo, Fahmi has clarified that it was not about eliminating the Malay language as the medium of instruction. He said several parties were spreading misinformation on the matter. Communications Minister Fahmi Fadzil has criticized several parties for spreading misinformation over 11 Chinese secondary schools in Penang, opposing the dual language program, which had caused widespread confusion. The government spokesperson clarified that the real issue was about implementing the DLP for teaching mathematics and science and not about eliminating the Malay language as the medium of instruction. Speaking to reporters today, Fahmi elaborated that the Parent Teachers Association are expressing their view and objection that their schools should continue teaching science and mathematics in English under the DLP. To resolve the issue, he said the Education Ministry will meet with the relevant parties to discuss the matter soon. He also said Education Minister Fatina Sidek and her Deputy Wong Kah-Wah will personally meet with the related parties to discuss the matter amicably. Fahmi further explained that according to recent sentiment analysis reports, certain parties have made racially charged remarks leading to discord on the issue. As such, he has instructed the Malaysian Communications and Multimedia Commission to review social media comments and take action if any individuals or netizens posts comments related to the 3 Rs. Fahmi warned he does not want anyone to exploit the situation, politicize it, or bring up the 3R issues. Yesterday, the media reported that representatives of 11 SMJK and Chinese secondary school boards and PTAs urged the Education Ministry to respect parental wishes and return to the original intent of the DLP for science and mathematics subjects. That is all from me today. For more stories, you can go to Kinitv.com. You can also follow us on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook for the latest news updates. I'm Camelia. Thanks for watching.